In many cases, the juniors and the mid-cap miners probably would not resist being approached by NGOs, although they tend not to have big corporate headquarters structures that you can work with them on to develop corporate policies. But, for example, if you're working in country X and you saw that this company was out there and you said, hey, these are the issues, we don't want to, we want to engage you constructively, and we will help to fund it. Would you work with us so that we can minimize your negative impacts? People tend not to be bad, generally. If you offer them the choice between something better and something worse, given their free will, they'll say, I'll go for the better option. And that's been my experience working with an NGO, in fact, where I engage with forestry companies in West Africa, who, much to my surprise, were not the enemy, but they were working with a bunch of constraints in difficult social situations, and they were trying to make ends meet. So the more I could bring to them that didn't interfere with their business model, with their practices, in fact, if it gave them good reputation, better community relations, better relations with the Ministry of Environment, they welcomed it, they loved it. Some companies really don't care, some think it's irrelevant. And in those cases, that's where I feel it is the responsibility of the host government to take action. To a certain extent, I think in a lot of these range states, the tail's been wagging the dog. NGOs have been trying to push better practice, have been trying to campaign for it, and that's their role, but their role is not to replace government. And so when NGOs come in and they try to, in essence, become the regulators, something's a bit amiss. Now, NGOs pressuring governments to have good policies, laws, regulations, it's an absolutely essential piece of the puzzle to preserving great apes in their range states. But ultimately, it comes down to governments forcing the laggards to perform better and imposing a level playing field for everyone.